The initial optimism surrounding the Yomiuri Giants 2024 spring training roster announcement has quickly turned to a grim reality check for one of the club's most anticipated young stars.
While the team gears up for the new season under the leadership of new manager Shinnosuke Abe, the roster breakdown for the first team camp in Miyazaki has delivered a major disappointment. Shogo Asano, the high-ceiling outfielder drafted in the first round just 2 years ago, will begin his 2024 campaign with the farm team.
The Giants made a highly anticipated announcement regarding the players who will participate in the initial first-team camp before arriving in Miyazaki. The list of domestic players eligible for professional contracts, excluding rookies, who made the cut included veterans like Yoshihiro Maru and Hiromi Matsumoto, alongside younger core members like Hayato Nakayama and newcomer Shunsuke Sasaki. In total, 6 key domestic players secured a spot, joined by foreign players slated to arrive soon. This group signifies manager Abe's starting core and the immediate depth chart he intends to evaluate.
But perhaps the most telling sign of Abe's philosophy is the sheer number of rookies selected for the top squad.
A staggering 6 rookies under team control have been invited to the first team camp, an unusually high number that speaks volumes about the organization's commitment to evaluating fresh talent immediately. This includes players like Inagawa Gaku and the exciting prospect from the Ikusei roster, Utsunomiya, who earned a surprise call-up. This commitment to young talent makes Asano's exclusion all the more conspicuous and frankly worrying for those who believe he is the future of the Giants' outfield. When a first-round pick, especially one taken out of high school with the potential Asano possesses, is relegated to the farm team at the start of a pivotal season, it sends a clear, stinging message.
The message, in this case, appears to be that the clock is ticking, and the current reality doesn't match the hype.
Asano's early career has been marked by inconsistency. While his raw power and ceiling are undeniable, the reason the Giants invested so heavily in him, his transition to professional pitching has been rougher than anticipated. The commentary often highlights the core issue, defense. Even if the bat occasionally flashes brilliance, Major League Baseball, or NPB for that matter, is a fundamentally positional game. Shedder. If a player is a liability in the field, the manager must justify their spot in the lineup with truly elite offensive production. Currently, Asano is not delivering that elite production, and his defense requires significant refinement. As one commentator noted, unless his defense is significantly improved, he is difficult to use. This issue is amplified by the fact that the Giants' outfield depth has grown fiercely competitive, with Matsumoto establishing himself and the sudden inclusion of promising rookies, the margin for error has vanished.
Sheda. When veterans like Maru are still taking up spots and promising newcomers are showing superior immediate defensive readiness, Asano simply couldn't squeeze past the logjam.
The Giants' decision reflects a hard-nosed, results-oriented culture that Shinnosuke Abe is implementing. It is not about coddling potential. It is about rewarding performance and readiness.
The farm system is the designated place for skill refinement, and Asano must use this opportunity to completely overhaul his glove work and defensive instincts.
If he spends time perfecting his routes, arm strength, and situational awareness in the minors, the organization can feel confident deploying him at the highest level without the worry of critical mistakes costing tight games.
The decision also provides context for other players starting in the farm system.
Pitcher Haruto Inoue, who suffered a late-season elbow injury, and Yuki Nakagawa, recovering from off-season joint surgery, are both beginning their seasons slowly following a structured rehabilitation plan.
Sheda, the farm start is medically necessary. For Asano, however, it is a statement of priority. It is a developmental prescription based on performance needs, not physical recovery.
There is, however, still immense hope. Asano is only entering his third year. We often forget that high school stars require time. Look no further than Giants captain Kazuma Okamoto.
Okamoto also experienced growing pains and struggled early in his career before emerging as the undisputed powerhouse of the lineup.
It takes patience, tenacity, and a realization that potential is only a starting point.
The Giants organization is clearly hoping this temporary demotion will light a fire under Asano, forcing him to focus intently on the foundational aspects of his game that he may have neglected while relying on sheer talent.
The path is clear. Asano must use the farm system not as a punishment, but as a crucible.
Skeda. He needs consistent playing time, the repetition of defensive drills, and the chance to fine-tune his plate discipline away from the pressure cooker of the first team.
If he can demonstrate dramatic improvement in his fielding and begin hitting with consistent power, not just flashes, the call-up will inevitably come.
For now, Shogo Asano's mission is defined. He must prove that the initial investment the Giants made in him was justified.
He must overcome the current slump, silence the doubters, and show manager Abe that he is not just a high-ceiling prospect who plateaued, but the future superstar the Yomiuri Giants desperately need.
The door is not closed, but the work starts now, far from the bright lights of the main camp. We wait eagerly to see if he can truly emerge, 4 years in, just like the great Okamoto before him.